So good morning everyone, thanks for tuning in for another Essential RC live stream. Would normally do this late in the day, but I've just got a hankering to get the A-10C up in the air and and have some fun with it early in the morning. So thanks for tuning in. So no webcam, just pure gameplay, and I'm hoping that my wingman Jason is going to join me a little later on. But nothing is guaranteed in this world. So good morning to Arben, Timo, Timur, Klaus and Michael, Drakelboy. Thanks for tuning in early. So let's get going in the cockpit. I've already started up. That takes three or 4 minutes. What's left for me to do? I need to load up my digital stores. So just do that. Master arm on and gun safety off. I'm carrying AG. Oh, I thought I was carrying Mavericks. Maybe I'm not. Thought I was, but never mind if I'm not. And I'm going to turn on my countermeasures. And choose program D for fun. Hey Stuart, how you doing? So countermeasures have got chaff and flares. So I've got 240 chaff, 120 flares. Wish I'd changed that actually. Radar warning here. DSMS should be loaded now. So on board, I have got AGM 65s. I have got Mavericks. This is Digital Combat Simulator. So I've got Mark 84, it's a 500-pound slick bomb. Mark 82s are 250, I think. Then we've got rockets, M151s, AGM 65 Gs are Mavericks. We've got more rockets and we've got a jammer pod. And you can see these on the wings. So there's the jammer pod on the right there. You've got sidewinders on the outside, the long range sidewinders. Rockets, and then AGM 65s and more rockets, and in the centre I've got my Mark 84 and 2 pairs of 3 Mark 82s. So we're ready to go. Let's taxi out. So this is a multiplayer environment. There are probably other aircraft, other players, other pilots. Oh, you'll be waiting a while, Stuart. I think I've just got so many things on the go. I'll get around to it one day. Flaps. Let's just check. Nothing else coming. Looks like we're good.
Morning.
Hi, Jason. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks yourself.
Good.
Are you streaming?
I am streaming.
Hello, everyone.
I'm hoping they can hear your audio. You should be coming through desktop audio on the stream. So if somebody could confirm that, that would be good. You're going to take a little while to start up, aren't you?
Yes, I'm just literally plugging all my joysticks and my track IR in.
Alright, so I'm going to just do a quick bit of action.
Probably about 5 or 10 minutes until I'm airborne.
Okay, no problem. Lucas says he can hear you, that's good.
Perfect, there we go.
and 140 and rotate. Gear up.
Have an idea for a little project as well, which I'll discuss with you after.
Alright, I like that. We've got to keep busy. Flaps up.
No, I'm climbing the walls.
You're what?
I'm climbing the walls.
As are, I think, a lot of us.
Yeah.
Timo's asking if we're British. Yes, British through and through. Very, very British. Right, why did my Mavericks... Oh, my Mavericks. Okay, so with the Mavericks, the AGM-65s, you have to... there's a gimbal sensor in the nose of each Maverick, and you need to warm that up. Takes 2 or 3 minutes. You do it through the Mav screen. And it's all fun using these weapons where it's point and shoot through the HUD. But when you are trying to attack a surface-to-air missile installation, you kind of have to, you want to be able to do it from a distance. And that's where weapons like the AGM-65 come in. You can use the onboard targeting of the Maverick, or you can use a targeting pod. But it does get quite complicated and takes time to do. So I might try it with the AGM-65 in a bit. Right, so weapons, I am on CCIP. I'm going to go with guns first.
Drackle boy. No, this isn't X-Plane, this is DCS World.
Pull up, pull up.
Over. Much more military focused than X-Plane, with actual targets to shoot, etc.
It's much more fun.
It depends what you like flying, I suppose.
This
a lot
is
of people quite enjoy the commercial side of things. Although,
commercial aircraft, you mean, like airliners and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what?
Do we have any full-scale flight hours? No. I'm actually terrified of heights.
I have a few, but not many.
I have no aspiration to become a pilot at all.
I'm sure you do, Dom.
No,
I'm going to get you up in the Cessna at some point.
Oh no.
I think it should be a live stream of your face.
There'll be crying and tears and.
Viewers want to see it.
Wouldn't be pleasant. The only thing I was thinking the other day that I wouldn't mind getting in would be a Eurofighter. That is my...
Oh, you just jump into the deep end.
Yes. It would be worth risking my life to get in one of those.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Do an essential RC flight test of a Eurofighter Typhoon.
Actually, I was looking last night again at Spitfire flights. There's a company down in the south coast actually that does Spitfire flights.
You know, two-seater.
Yeah, two-seater Spitfire. They are expensive.
Yeah, thousands. I mean, it must cost them thousands to maintain those those beautiful aircraft.
It's about £4,500 an hour.
God.
So,
do you get your hand on the stick though?
You do, yeah, you do. Absolutely.
God, really? Could you imagine that? Flying a Spit, for real?
It's kind of a, when the wife says, well, for your wedding anniversary, do you want, a Rolex or that? It would be a hard choice, wouldn't it?
It would. Yeah, I wouldn't have any inclination to get a Rolex, to be honest. A watch nobody needs a watch these days.
Hey, everyone's got a phone, right?
Yeah.
I am a watch fan, so.
There you are.
Pull up, pull up.
Although not Rolex.
Altitude, altitude.
Or Tag and Breitling myself. Yeah.
Pull up. Pull up.
Oh, that's interesting, Kirsty.
Arizona.
Well, yeah, I mean, in America, the cost of flying is much lower as well. I should maybe have a look into the cost of flying whilst over there next time, if we're ever allowed out of the country again.
Yeah, big if.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a while, isn't it?
Well, I mean, even things like helicopter flights and stuff are incredible. You know, I mean, it's just kind of like a bus for them, isn't it, flying? So.
Lots more private airfields in the US, aren't there?
Yeah.
Less regulated, probably.
General Gamer, I don't know anyone that speaks English, actually.
I think
Well, for this,
he needs to go elsewhere for his English lessons, I think.
I certainly wouldn't learn from me. That's for sure.
The English are the British are the worst at speaking English, I
We
find.
are, yeah, we have the laziest English for sure. I'm just going to go with my traditional Mark 82s for this round, because I haven't done the additional learning that you have.
What for the Mavericks? I'll give you that. I'll give that to you later. Right, so I'm going to do one pass, and then I'm going to come back.
Proceeded.
I,
Takeoff way.
have you started up? Are you in the process?
I'm in. Yeah, I've got about 2 or 3 minutes.
It'll take me about that to get back.
Stuart's asking you what RC jets you owned on.
I've got a working. I've got a my only working jet at the moment is an Ultra Flash, composite ARF Ultra Flash with a 160 Newton turbine engine in it. It'll do 250 miles an hour. But I've got a spare engine, and I've got a broken engine that I need to give to you, Jason, if you're interested in having it. I'm not going to do anything with it.
I'll fix it. Yeah, sure.
Pull up.
It's
What's broken, the engine or the ECU?
There's a little bit of both.
Altitude.
Okay.
But I suspect you're a clever guy. You'll be able to fix it.
Pull up.
I'll do my best. I was told yesterday by work that I probably have another 10 weeks of furlough yet. So
Holiday.
Yeah. I'll one day when I'm out and about, I'll give you a shout and you can leave it on your doorstep.
Yeah. Do that. We'll do that. You'll enjoy tinkering with it, I think.
I need something to deal with.
I've got plenty of stuff. I've got that SR-71 Stuart was asking me about.
Oh yes, yeah.
The infamous SR-71.
If I had enough space, I'd have taken that off you and finished it.
Oh, all right.
But
One day.
Yeah, I don't think the missus would be too happy with a 3-meter SR-71 in the kitchen.
No, it's ridiculous. I didn't realise that. The separate sections, you build the separate sections and then you put it together, and it's like, oh my god, this thing is huge. How am I going to transport it? You'll have to break it into.
Well, you have a van, so
I do have a van.
maybe you can. You might need to upgrade to HGV for that thing, though. I think.
Yeah.
Does it sort of? Yeah, I mean, once it's fully built, is it a rigid one piece or?
It's it's all you get is foam. It's up to you how you build it.
How you build, right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because the length is surely going to be the issue here, right? Will that go in the back of your van?
Not one piece.
Right. Okay. So you're going to have a join.
Yes. Right, going to nav.
Right. I should be taxiing out to the runway now.
Oh, alright, give me a mo, give me a mo.
Altitude, altitude.
Oh, that's not a very good approach, is it?
Or is that you coming down the runway?
Yep, yep.
You landing?
I'm a bit worried about stopping at this point. Yeah, should be good.
I'm a bit late to watching the stream.
No, no,
Plane
we're
building.
just
Oh no, plane building is more important, for sure.
we're just getting started, really. Can you just let me park up and reload weapons? It should take a few seconds.
Yeah.
I'll actually turn around on the runway.
Okay. Not you sitting on the runway, are you? Let's hope nothing else comes into land while you're still sat there.
It's a bit quiet this morning.
Everybody sensible still in bed, Dom. Having a lazy Saturday.
Don't blame them. Let's just load my same loadout, reload weapons, and I'm going to go with flares or maximum flares. I don't like chaff.
I haven't worked out how to deploy those on this aircraft yet.
You need to map HOTAS forward and aft. HOTAS CMS forward and aft.
Okay.
And then if you look down on your beside your knee, you will see the countermeasures panel.
Oh yeah.
It says 240 chaff or 120 flare.
Yep.
There's a dial. You need to change that to manual or semi. Beside that, above that dial, there's a rocker switch, and you can change the program. Because what you're doing is you're turning on and turning off a program. You're not launching individual countermeasures like chaffs and flares. So,
Right.
so if you go something like C or D, because A and B I think only do chaff, which is a bit boring actually. Flares are a lot more visual.
I just pressed the rocker switch and dispensed most of my chaff.
I wondered what that was. I thought that was some CGI effect. Right, okay, so I think I'm all good. So are we ready to roll?
Yeah, let me just... Sorry, I was just refilling with flares and chaff because I let most of them off.
Full flat.
Yeah.
You ready?
2 seconds.
Okay.
Since what age have you been flying RC, Dom?
When did we?
Stuart's asking.
When? Well, let's get in. Let's get in the air. Let's get in the air. Let's.
Okay,
So-
right, I'm throttling up.
Throttling up on brake. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Release.
$17, 18, 19.
Rotate
Right
up.
side.
Rotate at 145.
Yep.
120.
Up 130,
140.
45, rotating.
Rotate.
You're up.
Gear up.
That's up.
Flaps up. Check. Roll left.
Oh, I see a lot of enemies ahead.
What
We'd like
ground?
to see.
Ground targets.
Yeah. Just quickly load my...
GSMS. Well, you're not going to be ready to go on the first pass then. Let's go with rockets. So M151 rockets, CCIP mode, continuously calculated impact point mode, throttling back, 2/3 throttle.
Okay. So yeah, going back to Stuart's question, I guess I was probably about 13 when I started flying RC planes. Maybe 14 or 15, something like that. I was certainly still in school because I remember doing my paper round to buy my first A Rising Star.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
High wing trainer.
High wing trainer, yeah.
Turning in.
Oh, I am ready. The little SC-46 engine. Never wanted to start.
Oh. Server reboot in 20 minutes, that's a bit annoying.
It gives us enough time to get rid of these weapons and go land, I suppose. Yeah, so flying RC for quite a few years now, I guess. And the lockdown is certainly not helping the situation for being able to fly RC.
No. Where am I going? Oh, there you go. Right. So I'm going for the fuel tanks this time.
Okay.
Pull up, pull up.
Bang.
Got one of them. Where are you now?
Right off your right hand wing.
Oh yeah. Right, you lead. You lead.
Okay. We do a fairly tight left. We'll swing straight back onto the runway heading.
Can you throttle back a little?
Yeah. I'll throttle. Doing about 215 knots.
216. It is a bit of a tank, the A-10. It takes quite a while to gain
it's
airspeed.
certainly not quick at accelerating, is it? Hey, full throttle.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Left or right?
Left, gentle left.
Copy that. I didn't fire anything on that pass because of the fear of catching you.
That's the downside with DCS. If you shoot each other down, it takes a long time to get airborne again, doesn't it?
Yeah, the A-10, even when in auto start, it takes like 5 minutes to get it going.
I'm enjoying the A-10 module. It's definitely one I'm going to purchase. It's a great module, I think, for ground attack.
Oh,
I see you. just off my left.
Oh, alright, I'll go in first this time then.
Okay, I'll follow you in.
Okay. Throttling back.
Okay.
We'll do the parallel runway.
Yep.
So
Right behind you, so.
do you find, as you release weapons, you're having to trim a little bit to account for the loss of weight?
A little bit, but I'm just mainly doing it all off the stick, to be honest. I've got my trim set up on a trim wheel, so it's quite easy to trim during flight.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Okay, turning
But
in.
yeah, it definitely, weight and balance is a physic in this game. Or I shouldn't call it a game. You upset the community in the simulator.
Simulator.
Yeah.
Right, pulling some G.
Right behind you.
Copy that. I'm going to go for the other fuel tank. You go down the runway if you want. Turn right this time.
Okay.
Throttling back.
Just off your left wing.
Right, got you on the external view. Okay. Turning back for another pass.
You should be able to follow me in this time, I think. I think I've probably just gone on the inside of you.
You're below, probably in front. I'll give it a bit of air brake.
No, I'm in front of you. You're alright.
Okay. Oh, you
Probably
see.
one full throttle.
Gotcha. Now if we head out to sea next time, and we'll turn right after this pass.
Altitude.
Should see some nice explosions in front of
I
you.
did, yeah.
Shooting missiles, rockets right over the top of his canopy. Never a good idea. Right, okay, so I'm turning out to sea. I'm gonna switch to my Mavericks.
Are we going
And
left or
right. Because you know there's that, there are those SAM sites.
Yes. Is that where we're going?
Yeah. So we need to go out to sea a little bit because it takes a little while to set up the Maverick. So I've changed on my Mav screen. The viewers can see that. And there's a sensor in the front of the Maverick you can see the kind of the yellow gimbal sensor on a gimbal. So what we're going to try and do is take out something on the ground.
With that weapon system, can you determine what's what? No, can you determine
Yeah, because it's like
surface to air versus tank on the ground?
You get a TV display, so it's looking forward. It's got a 50-degree either side view.
Okay.
And it shows you that view on your right MFD. So you basically get a separate, I don't know, wedding cake type of target pointer on your HUD. I'm trying to find where these targets are. I think they're over here, aren't they? So I need to change the Mav screen as sensor of interest. That's the first thing you have to do. Just make sure I'm heading in the right direction for these targets. I think they're over here. Should be a whole field of them over here somewhere.
Yeah, I see them. They're right off.
Oh, I see them. Right, hopefully I'll get there before the server times out. So they're over here. Now I've made it easy. I've turned labels on. But now what I can do is slew this sensor down, and it will automatically try and lock on to one of these targets that is ahead of us by the radar it is emitting. So we'll get closer and we'll pick out something. You see somebody's getting a lock on me. Right, so I've acquired a target. I am locking and I'm firing. Maverick away, and we can track it in. Let's make sure I don't crash at the same time.
Well, I bombed some targets, but I've taken some damage.
I just hit a field.
I lost my left wingtip.
Oh, they're firing at you?
Yeah.
Oh, they're firing on me. Oh, I've taken a hit.
Oh yeah, I see your smoke from your aircraft.
Got wing damage. So you can't mess around. This is the whole point of these weapons on the A-10, is that you need to do this from a distance. You can't just overfly a SAM site or this anti-aircraft battery and hope to survive.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a landing in full damage.
Right, gotcha.
Before server restarts. I think weapon's over there somewhere, isn't it?
It's on the left side of the...
It's in between the two
lake.
sets of targets, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, should we try again?
I can see some smoke down on the ground, so you must have hit
So
something.
we've got a lock. Maverick fired. That is now, should be now tracking to target.
Oh, you're getting very close. Or is that your bomb that's getting close?
There we go. Right,
That was your bomb.
I'm peeling away. Oh my god! Ah! I think I strayed a little bit too close. Anti-aircraft fire. My countermeasures aren't working for some reason. Back in cockpit. Flares, I've still got 240 flares, so I don't know what it's complaining about. Let's go and change that to manual. Right, now I'm be surprised if I make it back.
Joshua, it's DCS. Which is completely free to play at the moment as well if you don't have it.
Well, the game is always free to download.
It is, yeah.
Comes with one plane as standard. But at the moment you can get them all for a free trial for probably for another 2 weeks. I think we've been on trial for a month, and there's another 2 weeks of that left, I think.
And then at the end of the trial it's also half price. All of the modules are half price.
Are you on finals?
Yeah.
I see you. I've got labels on, so.
And my wheels have gone down, which is good. My wing is very damaged, so I wasn't sure if it would...
This is Jason landing. Nice. He's down safely. Now I want to get to the airfield as quickly as possible so the server doesn't restart. And they haven't given us a 1 minute warning, so I think I should be okay. But I'm literally full.
Yeah, I think he must have about 1 or 2 minutes left.
I'm full throttle. Full throttle. Throttling back. Air brakes. Gear down. Full flap. I'm literally hanging everything out in the wind. We both took some damage, but we've made it back to base. I'm going to try and land from an external view.
That's a steep approach.
It can. The A-10 can do that. It's an amazing thing. All the drag. Ah.
Tom, it's DCS World.
Oh. Ooh, do you like that? Bit of drifting going on.
You see my wingtip is missing on my left hand side.
Hold on. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. That
Took a
is
bit of damage there.
the strength of the A-10 Warthog when you can fly back with a third of your wing missing.
There's an F-18 just taxiing out in front of us. I'm not sure if he's aware of the server reset.
Probably not. Now, what we could do, if this server's going to reboot imminently, there is a hard version of this multiplayer sesh that we could go into. It's called Hoggit Hard or something like that. There's a bit of weather, so people might be interested to see a bit of Arctic weather.
You're leaking fuel out your right-hand wing.
Am I?
If you look from an external view at your right-hand wing.
Oh, I don't see that.
I do. It's pouring out.
Don't start smoking or anything. Can you go? Go, go, go.
Yep.
And take a right.
Yeah, your fuel is spraying all over the place. For me.
Oh, it's a shame I'm not seeing that. Surely that should just catch fire and...
Well, it's leaking out of your right-hand wing onto the floor.
It kind of makes sense. I've got lots of holes in my wing.
Oh, Tom, I agree. The new Microsoft Flight Simulator looks incredible.
Oh, there we go. Reboot.
There we go.
That F-18 is going to be a bit frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom, that new Microsoft Flight looks incredible. I mean, the fact you can fly around the world in a one-to-one scale environment is quite impressive. The only thing that I think that or I hope they add, I don't know if they will or if they'll allow modification to it, is some air-to-air combat, perhaps with some aircraft will be good fun. But that's not what Microsoft Flight Sim's about, so I don't know if they'll do that or not.
So that server is rebooting.
Yeah, it's normally up within, what, 1 minute?
Oh, is it? Should we wait 1 minute then? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's wait 1 minute. So apologies for the short delay, short pause in action. But these are not our servers. These are created by other people kindly at their own expense. So we just have to wait for that server to come back online. It shouldn't take long.
I might have a look into making an Essential RC DCS server.
Oh well, there's quite a few of us that enjoy playing it. I'm hoping the other two guys, Jason and James, we get them in A-10s and we fly 4 of them together.
Jason's here.
Oh, sorry, Al and James. Oh my god, it's too early in the morning.
Dom hasn't woken up yet.
I've only had one coffee.
Yeah, Tom, they were very, very tight on who they gave betas out to, so if you got one, you were very lucky.
If I'd known about it, I might have asked. You 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, you would have thought maybe they'd consider me for that. But
well, no, because it was all, you have to sign NDAs and everything that you won't talk about it.
Oh, that's no fun.
No screenshots, no nothing, so yeah, it was...
Alright, so back in at Cobuletti. Auto start. Select weapons, so in the middle going to go for the Mark 84 and either side of that Mark 82s. Then on either side of that we're going to go for rockets, so 3 of the 7 pod of M151s with the high explosive warheads. And we're going for an asymmetric loadout, same on either side, and the ordnance gets lighter out towards the tip of the wing, obviously. Same, although no, we're not. We're going to go for the AGM 65Gs. And then more rockets, but not as many. And then we go for the air-to-air missile, the long-range sidewinder, which we didn't use last time, and a jamming pod, which is the ALQ-184 on the left wingtip.
Ah, so that's how you get it, is it? It's through the jamming pods.
Well, the jammer just works by itself. It just sends out signals to block. You don't have to do anything. It just works by itself.
Right. Request rearming. Copy. I'm just off your left in the next parking bay.
Okay.
Drackle Boy, the server restarts. I think it's like every 4 hours or something?
Now I'm not sure if it's 2 or 4. I don't know.
Tom, I don't think, from what I've read, I'm not sure that the new flight sim you're going to be able to buy, actually. I think it's going to be...
rent or lease license.
Yeah, I think the way they're doing it is they're putting it into that Microsoft Game Pass, where you pay whatever the sum is in your country. I think in the UK it's about £5 or £10 a month, and you get access to a lot of Microsoft games in the Microsoft Store, and you'll get access to that. I believe that's how it's going to work. I don't think there's been any official statement, but I think that's kind of what leaks have said, that it's going to be a monthly subscription to be able to play it, which would make sense because they're going to update the global environment all the time. So kind of, it stays relevant. If a new housing estate gets built in your area, you'll see it appear on the sim. Okay. Canopy down.
For some reason I can't rotate the view with my mouse. I don't know what's going on there, but never mind.
Oh, try clicking. I think you've got there's a kind of a feature where you enable clicking or something like that.
Yeah, and that's what I've got enabled, but it's not when I'm clickable. Go between clickable cockpit, enable, and
Try mouse middle click.
no,
No.
it was
Or
working.
if all else fails, press escape.
Yeah, no, it's not working. Never mind. DSMS loaded. Let's close up the canopy. Okay.
Did you watch the Hurricane and the Spit to Tom's birthday memorial flight?
I did, yeah. Well, that was amazing, wasn't it?
It was really good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Did you also see that he'd been on Blankety Blank with Terry Wogan, that game show many years ago? Yeah, when he was 65.
Wow. So 65. So what?
No, that
35 years
35
ago.
years ago.
So
Right.
he was on Blankety Blank before I was born, Dom.
Yeah. Make me feel
Are you
old.
behind me or?
More or less, yeah. I think it'd be a more interesting view.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. All right. Well,
You call it.
just throttling up now. Full throttle and releasing in 3, 2, 1, release. I didn't go on the centre line because I thought you were going to go on the left-hand side.
It's alright.
Bit of an art to keeping these straight down the runway as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't climb out too steep this time.
Okay, nice shallow climb. 145, slowly rotating. Gear up. Maps up.
Right below you. Oh, overtook you there. And you know
Did
what?
you?
I didn't have flaps.
Oh. Don't pull up then. Oh Christ. You were so close to the front of me.
Yeah, let's make it sound as if we plan that.
Yeah. Stat. Load.
You always load up your digital stores in the air, don't you?
Yeah. Gives me something to do on the flight over.
Oh, it's so annoying with my zoom not working. Never mind. So let's choose. I'm going to go guns this time.
Oh, you're going the cannon, are you?
Yeah, the thing I like about the cannon is you do a pass, you shoot up some of these soft targets, and about 10 seconds later they explode.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Okay, my cannon's live. So.
Okay, going in.
Hopefully I don't shoot you.
You use half your cannon. I went left. Oh yeah, nice secondary explosions on the runway after that.
Oh, they're all exploding. I think we destroyed the entire line. We did.
Let's go and destroy the other one then.
What's your altitude? I've lost you. Oh, there you are. It was worth using half my cannons for that. I'm going to try for the radio tower because I've never destroyed that before.
Oh yeah, you do that and you do get some nice flames.
So I'm gonna attempt the radio tower.
Okay.
And use Mark 82s.
Now, a little bit of a tip there. Release them slightly late, only slightly. But I find if you release them on target, they land too early by a few feet. So I'm going to throttle right back and let's. Oh, you're high. Oh, you're way high.
Yeah, well, I have to have a bit of a dive for the Mark 82s, don't I? Okay, here they go. That should do the trick.
Unfortunately.
Oh yes. Nice flames. Well, that worked.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I didn't catch that on camera.
You'll see the fire when you look back around.
I'm going to come round and we'll fly through the fire.
It's definitely destroyed.
Yes, nice flamage. Well done, sir.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Oh, that was a nice explosion as well. So have you been playing with the RC digger recently, Dom?
Altitude. Pull up.
Things have got that desperate. I will be today. I am going to get it out of the garden today. So
Yeah.
obviously we're in self-isolation, so we can't go out and fly. So we are literally thinking about other things that we can do. So banggood.com. Lovely guys who send me stuff to review. Sent me a digger. A Huina. A digger.
Which you've already reviewed, right?
I have, yeah. Find it on the channel.
Yeah.
And it was I tell you what, it's very good actually. I did go to Leipzig last year in Germany, and it was an indoor thing, but there was indoor flying, and there were just a huge number of different types of vehicles as well. So there was various construction sites. I just find it fascinating. I know the thing about RC is it's such a broad hobby, and I like everything really, and filming everything. But I appreciate some people, are into flying and they don't understand people who do tanks and submarines, for example. But it's like, if you just do what you enjoy doing.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
all
That's the nice thing. There's
That's all that matters.
I personally, I don't get the submarines, although I appreciate the level of detail and everything. But then they put them in the water and they disappear.
They're lovely people. I went and filmed.
They are, yeah.
Lovely people. Oh, was that you? Like they're trying to oh my word. They're trying to emulate the real thing. I think it's not easy actually doing RC submarines. I discovered.
And
Bombs.
Pull up.
yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. I appreciate all the detail that goes into it, but then when they go to use it, it just sinks, and I don't see it. You see like the little periscope going round, and I just think to myself,
That is it. Well, when I did go to this thing, I did take a couple of underwater cameras just to capture it a little
I
bit
suppose
better.
if you have a nice crystal clear swimming pool in your back garden, then it could be a lot of fun. I mean, we live near a canal that once something's about half an inch deep, you can't see it anymore. The old Basingstoke Canal's not known for its crystal clear
Oh my
water, is
god!
it?
No, I did put my FPV submarine in that, and it is a bit murky. But it is surprising how many fish are in that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Loads.
well stocked for the fishermen. Oh, I'm just behind you actually.
Pull up. Pull up.
The cannon really has an effect on your flight, doesn't it?
Altitude.
Yeah.
Lifts the nose considerably.
Drakel Boy is asking what we're shooting. We're basically just shooting anything. But in this multiplayer environment, it is set up with quite a few targets. All right, so do you want to take over in front of me? I'm going to see how close I can get to you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to fly out to sea and then approach from the sea on that runway.
Okay, unfortunately, you're going to have to pull into my view. I can't see where you are, and I can't move my view. See, I got you.
I'll throttle back a little bit. I'll do about 220.
Okay.
I'll keep my speed at about 220. Right, yeah. I'm going to start a shallow left turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of models flying when we're released from lockdown.
Yes, I don't think we're all going to get let out at the same time, though, is the thing. I'm slightly older than you, and I do worry that anyone over 50, they're going to... Speed, please.
200. Thanks, Ryder. Right. Ready to throttle up and go down?
You don't need to throttle up.
Okay. I'll keep 200. I'm doing 210 now. I'm going to turn slightly sharper.
Right up your chuff.
This usually ends with you crashing into the back of me.
Pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Oh my god, you must literally be right below me.
I'm actually slightly above you. So... Oof. You don't know how close you were to the front of me then.
Right. Shall we head back? It's getting quite annoying for me that I can't change my views.
Yep. Yeah, let's head back.
Land, and I'm actually going to restart DCS.
We'll have to try and figure out how we can stream both yourself and myself, like views
Oh, I
in
don't...
one. It's doable. I've seen it done on.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen it done. It's. I think I export my OBS view to you, and then you can have kind of like a dual monitor set up, and then put it into one screen.
Can you help me out? I need to know when to make my right turn.
You're about to overshoot, so 90-degree right now.
Copy that. Perfect. Yeah, Draco boy, you make it sound so easy. Make more RC videos with Rami, please. He's in Germany.
He's just down the road.
He's
Yeah,
in
he's just down the
Germany.
road.
He's a lovely lad. I've only met him once.
We'll be a bit unlucky.
Altitude, altitude.
Don't pull out on the runway. Someone in front of me.
Yeah, I see him.
Oh, I
He's
think
not going to pull out. He sees both of us.
I'm going a bit fast for my liking. Ditch it's down. Brakes!
Brakes.
They're pretty effective brakes, I have to say.
They are, yeah.
Hey, nice.
You forgot insert for a second, didn't you?
No, I was on an external view. It's kind of
Oh, okay.
easier to drift. Right, I'm just going to park to the left. And, oh, nice.
Going
I'm
left,
gonna-
are we?
Oh, you go right. Let's go right. Let's go right.
Yeah, unfortunately, Drackle, he's not local to us, so
No, I only just happened to lucky to
let's
meet.
make some nice content, though.
Oh, he does. He works very hard.
Have you seen his latest build?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks very impressive.
Well, hopefully, airliner Treffen, that meeting will be on again. Will be on next year. which I will
Okay.
definitely go out to again.
You let me know the dates, I might tag along.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very good show.
Did you fly or drive?
Fly.
Okay. Whereabouts in Germany is it?
Where did we fly into? Stuttgart, I think.
Okay, so quite far south then.
Excuse me. I apologise. I couldn't go to mute before I did that. I was thinking, where's my mute button? No. I'm one of these people, you don't get much warning before you sneeze.
To be fair, my mouse has stopped working as well, although I can use my track IR still.
Oh, that's weird. Oops. Thanks, Ryder. Well, I'm going to try and solve it.
I'm going to restart DCS, see if that works.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. That's weird. It's happened for both of us. Okay, a short break in the stream, everybody, while we just restart DCS, but we will be back. I'm going to take a quick comfort break as well, but we're not going anywhere. We'll be back in... you still good for time, Jason?
Yeah, I've got another at least 40 minutes.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we're just going to take a quick comfort break and restart, but we will be back. Please hold on if you want to see some more action. So thanks for staying with us. If you did, we're back. We're just starting up new A10. Now that we've restarted DCS and I can't, we corrected the problem where it can move around the view for your entertainment. That's all good. You right, Jason?
Yep. Just sorting out my loadout.
Oh, I must do the same. I'd forgotten to do that, and that's quite important if you want to have some fun. So go to the loadout menu, and I have to do this every time. Bombs, Mark 84 in the middle, Mark 82s. Then we're going to go rockets, and then rockets, then air-to-ground missiles, then rockets, then rockets. This thing can carry so much, it's unreal. That's a jammer pod, and then we're going to go with sidewinders. And we'll change our scheme to Warthog. We're going to go just with flares. So you'll see the weapons load up on the pylons. Should take 30 seconds. Mark 84 in the middle. Mark 82 airs, 3 on each pylon. Then 151 high explosive rockets, 7 in each launcher, 21 in each pylon. AGM 65 Mavericks. Then you've got another pod of 7 M151 rockets. We've got sidewinders, a pair, and then we've got our jammer pod. Back in the cockpit, then what we need to do is to load our DSMS. So it doesn't know what's there at the moment. So we have to hold down stat, load, and load all. Could just do load DSMS, but I just do load everything. Now, if you want to learn, the other thing is there's installing DCS and having a go. But if you really want to learn how to fly some of these aircraft and what these different displays mean and what all the different weapons are, for all the different aircraft, then subscribe to the Grim Reapers channel, led by a guy called Cap, call sign Cap, and he's absolutely awesome at sharing how all this stuff works, because this is, you know, what an A-10 looks like. It's a proper simulation, and his videos are short but highly educational and well worth watching.
Yeah, it's certainly something you need to invest some time into, as opposed to just to pick up and play.
You will lose hours of your life.
Which is kind of convenient at the moment, in all honesty.
Yes, because I've got a lot of spare time. I think we're good. Jammer is off. I don't know why. But that's all good. Right, I think we're good. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm just in my startup procedure for the right engine. Left engine's running.
You're up the end there.
Yeah, I've just watched F-16 land on the runway.
Oh yes, of course. So lots of other pilots in this session. So here we're looking at an F-16. Looks like he's got cluster bombs, Mavericks, a few other things on board. Don't know what that is. AV-8B Harrier. F-16 just landed. Helicopter. AWACS. refueling, you can go in the mid-air refuel. Several of those aircraft. These are target drones that you can go and shoot down. Might go and do that. F-14. And us back in the cockpit. Hey, you're taxiing down towards me. Good.
I am, yeah.
Okay. Just sort out chat. Alright, ready to roll.
Just gonna take a tip out of your book and load my DTM.
What? Before you get in the air?
Yeah.
I don't like flying and doing that at the same time. Personally. Right, should we do the same as last time? I'm going to follow you up close. And my view will be much better this time. Although I can't wait to get track IR so that I don't have to use the mouse. God help me, it drives me mad.
Oh, it's track IR is another level when you're in the cockpit. It's a bit. It's not as smooth when you're outside the aircraft because it pivots from the camera point rather than whizzes around. But for inside the cockpit, being able to look around, it's
centerline.
It's like internet. Centerline. Okay.
So. People may be wondering why don't we use VR goggles, and with a complex sim like this the problem is you do need to be able to get to the keyboard, and if you're wearing VR goggles
plus I've yet to see a VR goggle that's high resolution enough to enjoy it.
Yes.
And even the ones that are pretty high resolution, you need monster graphics cards to power them at any decent frame rate.
Yeah, it's about a third of the resolution of what I'm looking at on my...
Yeah, it's like stepping back into the 90s on old monitors. Okay, are you ready?
No, hold on.
Okay. It's definitely got its place, and I think in about 3 or 4 years it will come on a long way.
Okay.
It's kind of like FPV when it first came out. The FPV goggles were really low quality, weren't they? And now they've got a lot better.
Yeah, it will do. Give it time.
Okay, I'm throttling up.
Call it.
And 3, 2, 1, release. .120, going to rotate at 145, 135, 140, 145 slowly, rotation for a very slow climb out. Gear up.
Gear up.
Flaps up.
Flaps up. Bit early for flaps up, but...
I hit 170, so...
I reckon that's about 100 metres distance, but when you're in the cockpit, it looks a hell of a lot closer.
I see you, yeah. See, I can just tilt my head and look at you.
What, really? What, when you're in cockpit view?
Yeah, I just move, I can see you behind me.
Even with those two big engines in the way?
Yeah, because I can just kind of move my head to the left as well, which pushes my head up against the glass. So, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Why am I catching you up? You turn left?
Record you. Turn left.
Yeah.
So I'm moving my head to the side. I'm just doing a little video for you.
That is so good. I mean, I'm not in VR. I'm doing this on a widescreen, a really good widescreen, I have to say, and it is so immersive. It is just amazing. Julian Z, if you're talking about DCS, this simulator specifically, the best way is to go to the Grim Reapers YouTube channel, led by a guy called Cap, and have a look at some of his educational videos on DCS. There's no better way. You know, each video is maybe about 10 minutes long. Right, okay, we rolling in?
Yeah. I'm going to take the tower again.
Go for it. I'm just going to follow you in and watch you.
In that case, should we do it in style? Should we use a Mark 84?
Yeah, now the thing with the Mark 84 is it's a 500-pound bomb. It's about the heaviest thing any aircraft can bloody carry. Don't drop it too low, because you'll blow your wings off.
That is very true. Right.
You might kill us both. Well, you might kill me, because it'll blow up after you've passed.
Okay, so I'm going to drop the Mark 84 on the antenna. Okay. Bombs away. And it didn't drop for some reason.
No, it didn't. I thought I didn't see it.
Why did that? It's armed and everything. CCIP.
You're all over the place altitude-wise.
Okay. Let's switch to that. I'm just going to test drop a Mark 82 on somebody's house. Okay, so the Mark 82 dropped. I think actually, looking underneath the aircraft, the Mark 84 is blocked by two Mark 82s.
No.
Yeah, if I look under the air, it's wedged in there, so maybe when I drop those, it will drop.
Huh.
Right. Okay, I'm going to turn around and bomb the tower. I know my Mark 82 is working, so... Where are you? Make sure I don't put me there with you.
No, gotcha.
There's two other aircraft over the airfield as well.
Cheek. It seems to be a favourite target to go for that tower. God, you're climbing.
That's okay, I'm going to be diving in a second. Okay, heading straight in for the tower. Okay. Bombs away.
Bombs away. Multiples. No.
Yep.
Is it?
It's all bent up.
Oh.
Yeah.
No flames or anything. Where did you go?
No flames.
Are you?
Carried on flying straight. I have not turned yet. Let me see if I can spot you by looking around.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I see you, yeah.
Nice turn left.
Yep.
Okay, switching to guns. Too close for missiles, I'm switching to guns. I've always wanted to say that.
You turning left and in?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna go past the axis of the runway, aren't you?
I know, I'm sorry. Should have been concentrating.
I'm probably gonna go in slightly before you then.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Oh, that's close.
Nice. Totally unintentional. We should have muted at that point. It looked so good.
It was intentional, Dom. What are you talking about? right behind you. I see why Al gets tempted now. My crosshairs are on your engines for the.
Oh, he does every time, and we go flying. He's like got this little voice in his head.
He's like, yeah.
Right. Turn back. Mark 82. So I'm just gonna drop tons of Mark 82 this time. Right. CCIP. Mark 82.
I think we've done a fair bit of damage to that row. You bomb quite low, don't you?
Well, I don't think you have to, don't you, with these Mark 82s? I think about 1,000 feet.
I don't know. I bomb from quite a height, but with quite a lot of
High dive.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can't see your CCIP point.
True, yeah, if you're high.
Pull up, pull up.
Oh dear.
Altitude.
Somebody went below me.
What was that exploded? That was an aircraft.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Oh no. I wonder if I killed someone.
Team kill. I killed someone with my bomb.
They flew.
Wow, I landed a Mark 82 on top of somebody else.
Oh dear.
Somebody flew underneath us. I think in an F-16.
Randall Friendly hit unit Jetprin with a Mark 82.
Yes.
Oh my god! How do you do that? You can't hit somebody with a slick 250-pound bomb.
I managed
Oh
it.
no, you're in. Oh no, he may.
Surely he would realise that that is almost an impossible thing to do.
And that a dessert it actually requires great skill.
It requires a round of applause.
Oh my god. Oh, lesson is
You should get track IR. It makes flying easier. So
don't get in the way. Funny.
I can't believe.
Uh-oh. Player Randall is getting auto kicked back to spectator. Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go.
You naughty boy.
Oh.
So just in case you don't understand, for those watching, if you look in the middle there, that's a Mark 84. And then either side, on the left, on the right side of that, as you look at it, there are 3 Mark 82. These are free fall bombs. Free fall bombs. And Jason just literally dropped one and it landed on an aircraft below him. That was flying. Oh boy. Coming the opposite way. How do you do that? I'm impressed.
If you tried to do that,
If you couldn't replicate that.
never do it, would you? You would never do it. It
No.
would be unachievable.
let's. I'm going to drop a mark.
Custard the pipe cat has just donated $5.
Oh, he's a legend, that guy.
Good day, Custard.
He's very generous, I have to say, whenever he turns up.
With the best name as well.
Yes, quite definitely. Oh, nice. That's my Mark 84. That would ruin your day.
I'm still
Speechless.
in awe that I landed
Speechless.
a Mark 82 on
another
an F-16.
on a moving F-16 coming the opposite way.
What are the
Do you think it flew into his canopy and landed on his lap and exploded?
All I saw was this plane go underneath me, but then explode and sort of flip around behind me.
I was ahead of you. I was ahead of you. I saw him going through, dropping bombs, and I thought, this isn't going to be good. Not a good outcome.
When the bomb actually impacted him, I was.
Oh,
I thought I'd have killed him with ground scatter or something, but it was actually a direct hit.
Technically, it's not possible.
I think we just showed that it is possible.
Yes, I think so. Right, so I'm going to do a pass. I'm going to go with rockets. Then I'm going to do one more pass and come back to base. Oh my god. One target left at the end. Let's take this guy out. History. Right. My chat was a little bit screwed up. I can't see what everybody is saying. Let me just do that. Custard is back in town.
Someone asked, is it other people in the game or are they bots? Well, the ground targets are bots, but the aircraft are other people.
Yeah, except with the exception of about 4 that we haven't gone near. But that guy that Jason just killed was another player.
Yeah.
Who probably spent who spent 10 minutes starting up his aircraft, loading up all his ordnance. And then he got a Mark 82 slick bomb dropped on his head.
And I just got issued 30 penalty points as well.
Oh! I don't know what the hell that means.
Nor do I, but I'm guessing at a certain amount.
Now that is a bit crap because he must have filed a complaint. You have to be a bit of an arse to do that, I think. Oh, too funny. Right, switching to... Oh.
I genuinely didn't think that would be possible.
Mark 82s. No, nor me. Hilarious.
The only way I could see that happening is if I was literally right on top, flying above you, and then dropped a bomb, you know, but in the opposite direction? No.
Pull up, pull up.
On the runway, and there appears to be another aircraft on the way.
Oh! I've done it again. I dropped my Mark 82 too low, and the explosion beneath me has literally very badly damaged my aircraft.
Can you get back?
I'm dead stick. Dead stick.
Oh.
Calling dead stick. I have no engines. My systems are out. Avionics.
Watch this.
Avionics. This is... I'm literally dead.
Oh yeah, I see.
I'm gliding. I'm gliding.
Oh, you're covered in holes. Technically, you should have dropped all your bombs and flares, etc., before doing them.
Gear coming down, but it's shredded.
This isn't going to end well, Dom.
No, it'll be fine.
Stream. Stream.
Oh! Oh!
Destroyed your nose wheel on that stream.
But bloody hell, look! I'm down! How did I do that? And I flew underneath those power cables. Well, I should have dumped all my ordnance first. It wasn't a good idea landing on my rockets and my Mark 82s, but whew, not bad. Right, okay, there's only one thing to do, ejecting. So that's exactly what I told you not to do. You let go of these weapons, and you know that's the difference between the Mark 82 and the Mark 82 Air. If it had been with the Mark 82 Air, which has drag, then it would have been behind me when it impacted and exploded. But the Mark 82 Slick just goes straight in and explodes, and basically ripped out the underside of my lovely A-10. So what do we do? Okay, let's tell you what I'm going to do this time, because you're with us. Maybe we're just going to do another 20 minutes, right?
Yep. I'm sat at the runway, all loaded and running.
Oh, are you? Oh man, sorry about that.
But it's okay, because I need a drink, so
Why don't you
I will be right back.
So why don't you do that? I'm going to get in an AV8B this time.
Okay, alright, well, I'll be back in 1 minute.
So, let's start. Auto start. AV8B, for those who don't know, is the American version of the Hawker Harrier. Vertical takeoff and landing. Quite an amazing thing. You know, this was actually the first version, the AV8A Harrier was, I think it came out first in the late 60s. Which is pretty much before the microchip, before the first microchips came out, wasn't it? So I don't know what it had in it, valves and God knows what, but the AV8B came out with digital cockpit and everything in the late 70s, I think. And you know, sadly, the Harrier is out of service now, isn't it? And it has been for quite a long time, definitely with the RAF in the UK. And I think, I mean, there may be a handful around the world that private owners have kept going. And has been succeeded by things like the F-35B, hasn't it? So it's not tremendously powerful in terms of vertical takeoff. So to be able to vertically take off, and that's what I'm going to do. I have to be below 20,500 pounds about. Grim Reapers, cap on Grim Reapers said 23,000 pounds, I think. So with some weapons, my gun, my GAU-12 and my rockets, that's all I can carry. Remember how much the A-10 could carry? About 5 times that. I still have to reduce my fuel. Well, let's go with 49. I'm going to go a little bit heavier. So it's going through the startup sequence, which will take a couple of minutes. And Jason's gone for a cup of tea. So while it's starting up, let's see what else is going on in this multiplayer environment. So we've got F-16, blimey, that's a high altitude bombing run.
hear me, Dom?
Yep. Ooh.
I think that's the guy I killed.
He's back. Yeah, I was just watching him drop some Mark 82s.
He's dropping them from some real height.
Yeah, he did. A few thousand feet. Ah, now this is interesting. This is an F-16 going over this area that has got SAM surface-to-air missiles and AAA anti-aircraft guns. And you either have to go in fast and get out fast, which it can do. It can do about 650 knots, whereas the A-10 could do maybe about 250. So the A-10 has to do it more by stealth than by distance. Oh, I get all these warnings when you start up the AV-8B. Caution, caution, warning, warning. I know, I'm just starting up. Yeah, rearming complete. I'm just trying to remember how you actually make this thing work. Oh no. So over here we've got what's important to point out on the AV-8B. So we've got VSTOL or nav mode and air to ground mode. So vertical or short takeoff and landing mode. Down here we've got flaps. So we need maximum flaps for takeoff. The other interesting thing is you have H2O. You've got 500 pounds of water on board. And you have it in takeoff or landing mode. Why do you have water on board? Basically because you can exceed the performance of the engine, and it will, if you've got that on, it will detect that, and it will pump water into the ignition chamber in the engine to cool it down.
Which it used while it was hovering, didn't it?
Yeah, especially when it's hovering. Yes.
Because it was a limitation of the, it couldn't hover for too long because of that.
And that's why weight is so important. I was just saying that you can't carry too much. If you want to vertically take off, I'm carrying 2 sets of missiles and the gun and the GAU-12 cannon, and I've had to reduce my fuel to 50% so that I'm at a weight where I can take off, and the takeoff weight has to be about 21,000 pounds. So on the HUD here, I've got the RPM. I'm at 35% RPM of the engine. I've got my jet pipe temperature 400 degrees. I've got nozzle degrees, that's 10 degrees, need to be 82, 83 degrees for takeoff, and I've got flap. Airspeed is altitude is 60, that's barometric, so change that to radar based, that's now 0, and I've got airspeed, so that's just wind. They're the important things to point out. Witch's hat here is the horizon. So I think I'm all ready to go. I'm going to put, yeah, I'm all ready to go. I'll put master arm on just for a giggle. Right, so back of the aircraft.
How do you find that module on this game?
Say again?
How do you find that module on this game? Is it good fun?
AV-8B is good, yeah, because landing on the back of a carrier is especially challenging. So I think I'm ready to go. How are you? You were on the runway, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the runway.
Okay, so I'm just going to show viewers takeoff. So I turn off brake but hold it on brake. My water's on. I'm at 82 degrees, so I'm pretty much good to go. So throttling up.
Maybe you can hover over the runway while I take off my wing. Can you hover clamber over the runway while I go underneath you?
Too dodgy. Oh, I could just about manage to take off, mate.
I'm going to try. I'm going to go underneath you.
All right, I'm going to come over this way.
You're right over the middle line of the runway now.
There is Jason below me. So what I'm doing, I'm moving the nozzle further forward.
Another $5 from Custard.
Yeah, thanks, Custard. So I'm picking up airspeed. Should be. No, I'm going the wrong way on the nozzle, that's why. So picking up airspeed now, 110, 120. I can reduce my flaps. Flaps, now at 170. And now I can go to 0 degrees on nozzle. And I'm flying. I've transitioned to normal flights. Now you see how much quicker this flies. This is 350 knots. So I'm going to be able to catch up Jason pretty quickly.
Well, the A-10 was never built for speed, Dom.
It was not.
You wouldn't want to argue with one if you were a ground target.
You wouldn't. Maybe in the air, I'd say it's at quite a disadvantage, but...
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So I don't know why I've got that master caution. Oh, I know why, because I left on my water. So I will have used all of that, probably, because I forgot to turn it off. Actually, I've got 130 pounds left. I don't think it... You might know this, Jason. I don't think anybody in the world actually uses the Harrier today, do they?
They're retired, I believe.
Yeah, it is. I think there are some private owners, because I know when, well, Farnborough Air Show was on a couple of years ago, they did have a Harrier, but I think it was from the Spanish Air Force, and probably only, it's not in service. I think it's probably just kept for demonstrations.
I'm not even sure if it's kept for demonstrations anymore by them.
Yeah, but I don't think they would use it in active service, would they?
Although I believe ours are all mothballed, in inverted commas.
Well, they're not going to bring them out, are they?
In a place where, you know, they if they're ever needed, I guess they could bring them back to life. But with the F-35, I'm sure there's
no need. It's been superseded. The technology in the Harrier is so old now. Right, I'm just trying to figure out how I actually...
But it had that party trick where it could stop mid-flight.
Yes.
Which, even the F-35 can't do that.
Can it not? Because its nozzle is right at the back, I assume.
Well, it relies on slowing down enough to be able to open that barn door at the top. Whereas the Harrier just turned the nozzles back around the other way and it almost stopped dead. You know, so if you were being chased... Can you get the tornado in this game, Dom?
No. That's another...
Unfortunately, Custard, where it's so realistic, they only model aircraft where they can get the data on it. So, if the data hasn't leaked on the aircraft and it's still covered under kind of, you know, non-disclosure agreements, then they can't replicate it in the game.
Hmm. Ah, found it.
You found me?
No, it took me a while to figure out how to actually select my weapons. Just figured it out.
See you later, Drackle.
Cheers, Drackle. Thanks for dropping in, and thanks to Custard again for another 5. Appreciate that. Right, so where are you, Jace?
I just bombed the runway and I'm flying out to sea currently.
Let's see if I can catch you up. You going to turn left or right?
I'm turning
Turn left.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Is that you out at sea?
Over the sea, yeah.
See.
Can't see you. What's your height? I'm at 3,000.
3,330.
Not much difference then.
Yes, Custard, there is a Spitfire in this game.
We'll have to have a go at that.
There is definitely older aircraft. So if you look on the DCS website, it'll tell you. But absolutely, there is Spitfires.
There's lots of prop Warbird type aircraft. FW-190 was added not too long ago. I'm turning in for a run from the right.
I'm turning in to run down the runway that points out to sea.
Oh, okay. I still want to try and catch you up.
Well, I will be going over the shoreline towards that runway in about 30 seconds.
We should see you. There he is. No, he's not.
I see you. I see
I
you.
see
I'm
you.
off your left wing too. Yeah.
I see you, I think. No, that's not you.
Are you just going over the runway now?
Yes.
Yeah, I see you.
Are you behind me?
I'm off your left wing. Yeah, I'm off your left wing, slightly behind you now. Coming down the adjacent runway to you.
Oh, I see you. Right, okay. Waiting for you.
Might be waiting a while.
Yeah, what speed am I? I'm 316. Gonna turn right. Hey Frack, how you doing? From Australia. What time's it over there at the moment? It's got to be quite late, isn't it? Late evening? So I'm in an AV-8B Harrier. Jason's in an A-10. You couldn't have two aircraft that were mismatched. So mismatched in terms of speed, really.
Actually, the AV-8B is one of the slower jets, if you like. You know,
It
kind
can
of one
be.
of the slower.
Where are you now?
It's got just behind you. Well, probably about half a mile behind you. What speed are you doing?
268. 270.
I'll never catch up. I'm doing 240.
Yeah. 9:15 p.m. in Australia. Never been.
You wouldn't like the flight, though.
No. Almost a day on.
Flights,
Almost a day on a plane.
Yeah, it's about 24 hours, isn't it? By the time you stop and refuel and have a break.
Right. Okay. So turning in for a.
I'll cut in early. I might be able to get in front of you this way. I'm off your right wing, actually.
Okay. If you're cutting in, that would be good. I don't think I've got air brakes set up. I'm almost over the runway.
Yeah, I see you.
You behind still?
Off to your right.
Can't see you. God, you're invisible. You got your cloaking device turned on.
I have, yeah. If you go as slow as you can, I'll be able to catch up with you. You should be able to almost stop in that thing.
True. I'm backing off the power.
What's your speed?
220.
Okay, yeah, keep 220. Keep 220. Because I'm real close behind you now.
You over I'm making a
Actually, right behind you.
shallow turn right.
I'm extremely close now. I'm going to pass you if I'm not careful.
Yeah, you do that. Go ahead of me.
You see me?
No.
You see me, yeah?
No. Oh, you're above me. All right. Can you drop some height?
Yeah. What height are you at?
Yeah, I'm descending. It's because I'm not on power. Gotcha. Okay, so let's see if the AV8B can go as slow as an A-10. Tell you what, I'm going to might put out some flap.
You should have no problem keeping up with me at all. Hey. You still behind me?
Yeah. I'm at 300. I don't seem to be catching you very quickly.
Yeah, Snakes on a Plane Custard is not
Not a good film.
well, it's not a good film and not something I really want to experience either. It was a Morgan Freeman film, wasn't it?
Was it?
I can't remember. Who was it that was in it? No, it wasn't Morgan Freeman. Denzel Washington, was it? I can't remember who it was. It was such a bad film. That's how bad it was.
Another
But they have
two from
Yeah.
Custard. You've definitely got enough for a nice round of beers. Oh my god.
I watched some YouTube videos. They definitely do that as well, Dom.
Yeah, I've lost you now. Oh, there you go. Found you.
They definitely do that once they hit a target.
Do they?
Yeah.
A
I
roll?
watched some YouTube videos. No, there is A-10s on YouTube. The guy goes, yes, I hit him, and does a little celebrational roll.
Real A10.
Yeah, I'll send you the YouTube video.
I'm going to follow you in for another run. God,
There's no reason why I can't do it at all.
I'm like an idol.
It's still quite an agile aircraft, really, isn't it? You know, it's not like a 737 or.
The AV8B. Yeah.
No, the A-10 still
Oh, the
quite
A10,
agile.
yeah.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah. Oh, don't. I think I overtook you. Can you turn right?
Yep.
Thanks, Custard.
It's definitely Dom's round when this is over.
I just worry that might be a while.
Me too. Okay, turning straight in for the next runway. Although I have a feeling we've destroyed pretty much everything here now.
I think we have.
There's one right at the beginning of this runway. I'm going to go for him. Oh, I'm out of rockets. Oh, it exploded. Look at that. And that was the last of my rockets. One Mark 84 left.
Is that close?
Yeah. A little bit. Right, spinning around for the runway with my last bomb.
Copy that. God, pulled a tight turn.
You should be able to keep up with that.
Funnily enough, no, it's complaining.
Oh, really? Mine did moan about it. Samuel Jackson, that's right. Yep, you are correct, Custard.
He googled that.
I would have also had to have googled that to know the answer as well. So, right, the first target on the runway is going to be met with a Mark 84.
Oh my God! In that little Jeep.
Yeah. Bombs away.
Oh, chuffing hell! There's nothing left. The wheels came flying off. Right.
I think that's a successful hit.
I'm going to head out to the carrier and we'll call it a day. But I'm going to head out to the carrier for a carrier landing.
All right, I will come watch. In the A-10.
The A-10 will not land on the carrier.
I wouldn't have expected it to.
Just to disappoint everybody. And it's highly probable I'm not going to land on the carrier either.
Custard, you can, yes. I mean, you're more than welcome to download the game and come and join us. It's a server that's open to all people. Although this is a practice server, so there's no player versus player action, unless you're playing with one of our friends called Al. But there are servers where you can fight each other, so there's, you know, dogfighting, etc. Just above you.
Copy that.
So don't pull up.
Oh! He hit me!
I'm spiraling. Oh, am I recoverable?
I'm out. I've literally exploded. Oh man! Have you gone in?
Very close. I'm in the sea. I'm swimming with fish.
Well, that's not a good way to end.
Well, that wasn't, no. I'm going to quickly try.
Why didn't you get in the AV8B?
That's what I was about to try.
Oh, funny.
Although,
I actually caught that on external view.
Did you catch it?
Yes, I think so. Whose fault was that? I don't think I changed.
I think you were flying straight. I think it was probably my fault.
Again.
Actually, I don't think you pulled out, did you?
Oh.
What do you mean again? You'd have crashed into me last time.
Right, I'm not going to bother loading weapons this time. We're just going to fly out to the carrier and try and land, and Jason's
I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it in an F-18. So you can see a vertical landing, and then
good move.
And then a standard tail hook landing.
Is that you down the end?
No, I think I'm at a different
Jesus,
runway.
that was going so well. Things were going so well.
Yeah. It was quite an amateur move, that wasn't it?
And I don't know how much you pay for an A-10 and how much you pay for a relic of an AV8B, but that would cost a lot of money, mate.
If it's anything like any models that come through my front door, then I tell them this is 50 quid. Right, here we go.
Apologies for the delay.
Yes, that was my fault.
Let's see what is going on.
Although it seems to have entertained some people, so...
Yeah, highly amusing.
Well, I was struggling to see how such a small tap resulted in such a catastrophe.
P-51. So I think Custard was asking what warbirds are in this. So here's P-51 that somebody's flying.
You can check out their website as well, DCS World. It's also available on Steam. And that will give you an idea of what aircraft are available. But there are quite a few. I think there's actually more kind of old warbirds than there are jets, isn't there?
There are quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just watching a guy on extremely tight approach into the carrier in his F-18. So it's kind of cool how you can just let your aircraft start up while you're watching the action elsewhere. That was nicely done, actually. He's done a nice tight turn there, full flat, got the hook down to catch the arrestor wires on the back of the deck. And you can see him coming in. Let's turn off labels because it makes it look a bit cheesy. Nice.
Right.
Lining up, lining up. High alpha. He needs to be at a high alpha to catch the. And he's second, third. Oh, he just caught the last arrestor cable. That was lucky. That was a bit of luck, sir. He was nearly on a go-around. Now what they do, the F-18s and F-16s, they come in and they actually go full throttle. That cable across the deck and the hook can take the full force of a going afterburner, just in case he misses the wires. Oh, Custard's asking, so actually use a really good setup, Custard. I'm using the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog replica stick and throttle setup. There's a lot of configurable buttons and all that type of stuff you can use. So I don't think, Jason, I don't think you've got that. You've got similar, haven't you? Satec or something like that?
I've got the Logitech version of.
Right.
It's very, very similar.
He's very close to the side of the deck, that guy.
The only difference is really, I mean, I still have a split throttle quadrant, and it is kind of designed around the A-10. Is the base of mine is plastic, where I believe yours is metal.
True. That is absolutely true.
But apart from that, there's not a huge amount in it.
So again, I'm already in VSTOL, vertical or short takeoff and landing mode, and I want to put my water to takeoff to reduce the temperature of the pipe should I exceed it. And then on the outside of the aircraft, the nozzle goes down to about 83 degrees.
I've started at another airport, so I'll have to catch you up.
Oh, okay.
Is it F10 for the map?
Correct.
See where I am.
Oh, that P-51 just landed. So, ready to go.
I'm at a different airport, so I'm taking off
Well,
now.
okay, I'll get going. As long as
I'm
you...
in an F-18, so I won't struggle to catch you up.
No.
Oh, an F-14 just took off in the opposite way down the runway.
That can happen.
And we just missed each other.
Right, taking off.
I have a feeling. It did burst my front tyre where I stayed on the ground too long.
Yeah, that can happen.
So we're going to be doing a landing on a carrier with a burst front tyre.
Okay, AV-8B taking off.
Yeah, I must be quite far inland because I can't see this. Behind me. Right. 80
Oh
degrees.
no. What I've just done. I'm not doing very well.
Nor am I.
That wasn't a very pretty takeoff, it has to be said. But never mind. Reducing my nozzle, picking up more forward speed, taking off flaps, going to 0 on the nozzle, and we're now flying. that was horrific. I'm not sure my wheels will come down again. Oh dear Lord. Oh, I've left my water on. Oh, again. I've got 180 pounds of water left. Never mind. There's the carrier. Going to leave it in VSTOL mode. Don't want to get too high. .380 knots. So this is the carrier.
This game isn't available on on Xbox or PlayStation, unfortunately. PC only. Although the new Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to Xbox. So
Is it really?
it is, yeah. Although I'm not sure if it's coming to the current generation Xbox or the next gen Xbox, which is obviously probably just around the corner. I would imagine it's going to be the new Xbox, I'd guess.
So
Which kind of makes sense because there's a lot of people with 4K tellies and that game will look great on those.
sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm concentrating. It's like balancing 3 plates on sticks. This thing. You have to watch your airspeed, and I'm at 25 degree flap, and I'm about to put in 60 degrees of nozzle, 1,000 feet. I don't want to be too high when I do this. I'm going for 60 degrees, 62 degrees, or 63 would be fine. I'm just coaxing it round.
You got to the carrier yet?
I'm just coming up to it now. Increased throttle and increasing throttle. Oh, I'm descending too quick. Can he rescue it? No. I've crashed. I'm crashing.
No.
Damn it. Oh, I told you it was difficult.
Alright, let's see if I can make just as much of a hash of it.
So what are you in F-18, are you?
F-18 approaching the carriers, yeah.
That's not you. I've
Just over land, about to go
Oh,
to sea.
got you, got you.
I'll do a roll so you know it's me.
That was...
I'm rolling now, yeah?
Yeah, gotcha, gotcha. I have done that a few times before, but I haven't done it for a while, so I'm a bit out of practice. Sorry about that.
Well, I haven't flown the F-18 for a while, so let's see if I can nail the carrier landing.
You're going to do a fast pass, and then
Yeah, I'm not aware of my orientation for the aircraft at the moment, so I need to...
you're... Yeah, okay. You want to turn left, I think.
Okay, well I'm going to just fly over so I get my runway heading, and then...
Where you are. Approaching from...
Someone's hovering around.
Yeah, it's a heli. There you are.
Right, so there's my runway. Oh, my pilot's blacking out a little bit there.
Yeah, not surprised. Afterburner, pulling a high G turn. All the blood going to his feet.
Right. Try and get off a bit of speed.
Make your turn.
Right, one thing I always forget to do is put the hook down. And they don't grab the wires very well without the hook.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm lined up with it. It's slightly off-centered, isn't it, the runway on this?
You're a bit to the right, but you're alright, I think.
Okay, yeah, I've got my runway now. There's a helicopter on the approach somewhere.
No, you're clear.
See a blue dot. Oh, it might be actually the blue marker for the carrier, I suppose.
No, there's nothing else on the deck. You're good. Do you use the indicator on the for angle of approach?
I don't know.
You're low. Too high now.
Too high.
Go round, go round. That's why they go to full throttle when they hit the deck. In case you need to go around. Oh well, try once more. Better than
this time.
Better than putting it in the sea.
Turn in. This must be quite an exciting thing to do in real life.
Yeah, I don't think you get bored of doing it.
No. And you can't press reset either, that's the only other problem, isn't it?
No.
So you kind of got to get it right.
Ta-ta, this is DCS World, Digital Combat Simulator. Looks good. Don't balloon it this time. Witch's hat on the runway. Oh. Yes! Capture!
There you go.
Oh, doing a wheelie. That was
A bit
the
of a wheelie there.
third wire. Nicely done.
Just get out of the way of anybody else coming in. There we go.
Nice. I think we're done, are we?
Yep, I certainly am. So
Let's go and get some fresh air. So, hold on.
thanks to everyone for watching and thanks for the donations.
Yeah, so it's been a fun. That is, do you believe that was a couple of hours?
I know, it
You
just...
could lose so much of your life playing this game, but a lot of fun. Jason, thanks very much, mate. That was
No problem.
Thanks to everybody who was watching. Thanks to Custard for the tips, the super chats. Really appreciate that, and thanks to everybody else who's made it fun as well by chiming in. But we'll do it again soon. Hopefully, we'll get the other guys on, and we'll do 4 A-10Cs in the near future.
And let's do the Spits as well.
Oh, we'll do Spitfires. Yeah, but I'll have to refresh my memory how to fly them. Not easy. Anyway, okay, we'll say goodbye. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Cheers. Bye. Bye, everyone.